When you think of Taiwan, you might think of something like this. What many people don't know is that it also happens to be a hiking paradise. Wherever you go in Taiwan, scenic mountain vistas, hiking trails, and waterfalls are always within reach. Everyone loves hiking. Look at these students hiking with their graduation gowns. That's actually a graduation tradition? And those are not just any students. That's actually me and my classmates taking pictures during our graduation trip at Taroko. So take a look. We're taking pictures for the graduation.
哦，福音，好帅，这是我在录音哦。哦，这是录音啊。对啊。
Thick forested mountains cover up to 70% of the island's territory. And with more than 200 peaks, topping up to 3,000 meters, the hiking scene here is truly amazing. A great place to start are the trails around Taipei. There are a lot of them. Transportation is easy and most of the time fun to use, like the Malcolm gondolas. The trails can feel like fantasy sometimes, as you may stumble upon hidden Buddha statues and temples, most of them dedicated to Tutigong, the god of the land, who is in charge of protecting the mountain. Look at these views of the Taipei 101. These trails are not going to disappoint you. Unless they're foggy, because sometimes you hike all the way up and...
We are in Fento Peak. This is what you can see.
We already lost 2 men.
We lost 2 men on the process, but we're here.
Yeah, the weather can be terrible sometimes. It rains a lot, up to 100 millimeters a day in certain days of the year. Typhoons are also really common, and all that rain can make the trails very slippery, so make sure to take proper gear. If you decide to take a car, you can visit very cool places, like Wuling Peak, which soars up to 3,275 meters above sea level, the highest point in the Taiwanese highway system. Another great hike, not far from Taipei, is this mountain called Jialishan. Located in Miaoli County, this mountain soars up to 2,200 meters, a moderate hike for Taiwanese standards. The morning we started felt a bit like a dream. As we went up the mountain, the fog covered most of the forest. We reached the first peak in the early hours of the afternoon. As night came, we found a place to set up a camp and spend the night. The next day, we continued our way up. Most of the time, the trails disappeared, and the only thing guiding us were these little ribbons tied around the trees that were left by other hikers. Parts of the hike were also very challenging. We found a lot of steep, rocky walls that required ropes and muscle power in order to keep going. However, as we moved along, the scenery and landscape looked straight out of a fairy tale.
It's 2,220 meters above sea level. It's not even the highest mountain in Taiwan.
Hiking in Taiwan can be really diverse. Different landscapes and altitudes will ensure no hike is ever the same, even if you go to the same place twice. If you are in Taiwan, this is an activity you need to try. You are guaranteed to make many unforgettable memories to cherish for a lifetime.